give us some quick background on you and what did you do prior to coming up with this, and then kind of where this came from?
Well, prior to this, I was actually in academia. I was a college professor out at Metro State College of Denver. My background is in aviation security, especially biometrics for aviation access control. I received my PhD in public affairs with an emphasis on criminal justice. So my master's degree was initially geared toward drug-related offenses and was going to study that, but then moved into aviation security after 9/11. So I traveled the country, really going from airport to airport, installing a lot of systems for registered traveler programs, biometric fingerprint readers, iris imaging, stuff like that. And so then coupling that with online teaching as well as in-person teaching at the Metro State College of Denver. I was teaching aviation security at that point. And so how we actually got started with Soul Sisters is my sisters and I were into research, and we all have an academic background. And so we've always had a fascination with the paranormal. So we told ourselves, if we ever had the chance to investigate a haunted location, that we were going to jump on it. And we had that opportunity in 2013 when we went to the West Virginia State Penitentiary in Moundsville, West Virginia. It was just a girls' trip. And so we did a very rudimentary investigation there, came away with what we felt was very compelling, unexplainable evidence, and decided to form Soul Sisters Paranormal and travel the country and see what we could find.
Talk to me about, you were always fascinated with ghosts or the paranormal or spirits? Is that since you were, you hear stories. I know there's Jeff Foxworthy, the comedian. I was listening to a podcast he was on a few weeks ago, and I remember him saying, he knew when he was a little kid, when he got his tape recorder and he started recording himself making jokes and doing different things to make the adults laugh, that he was going to be a comedian. He kind of just knew, and he came to it naturally. Would you say that as somebody that's follows, that's very interested in the spirit world, is that something you came to very early on, or was it an experience you had that drove you to it? Tell us about that.
For us, it really was a lifelong fascination. We didn't have like a turning point, like, I woke up one morning and there was a ghost staring at me, and that was my turning point. It was always really a belief in the afterlife. Because, and I'll just say we all are Christians. We do have that strong belief. And so for us, we're going to go somewhere in this afterlife. So for us, we would call it heaven. For others, it may be, ascending to the next plane or realm or however you want to call it. But we've always had that belief that something happens after this. And so, we'd watch the paranormal shows like Ghost Adventures and Ghost Hunters and really just say to ourselves, they're in this very historic location, and yet they're not asking these questions, or they didn't tell us all about the history, or I wish they'd spend more time here and tell us more about that. So we decided that if we had the chance to do this, and we formed a team to do it, we really wanted a specific style. We wanted, first and foremost, we wanted to come off professional, because not to disparage any other team in the paranormal community, but we feel that, professionalism is first and foremost in what we do. So we wanted a professional look. We wanted our branding, our logo, our theme music, all of that to be very professional looking. And then we really wanted to delve into the history of these locations and make that the forefront of what we do. So even if we went to a Civil War fort or a Revolutionary War fort or a lighthouse, and we didn't come away with any unexplainable evidence, then we would still create a video and document that experience, because we feel that the history is the driving force behind what we do. And then the third part of what we do is obviously look for that evidence of something unexplainable to us.